One word. No. That is all it takes to lose $1 billion. These were not unknown actors making rookie mistakes. These were the biggest stars in the world, and they still got it catastrophically wrong. 10 rejections, $8 billion left on the table. Careers that never recovered. Stay until number 1, because the reason one actor passed on the biggest movie ever made will genuinely make you angry. Let's go. Number 10, Gravity. Alfonso Cuarón makes a film about one astronaut stranded alone in space. 7 Oscars. $723 million. Sandra Bullock earns $70 million, the highest fee any actress had ever been paid. But Sandra was not the first call. The role was written for Angelina Jolie. She passed. Scheduling conflict. Natalie Portman was next. She also passed. Robert Downey Jr. was cast as the co-star. He quit mid-preparation, said there was too much green screen and not enough real acting. Walked away. So Cuarón called Sandra Bullock. She said yes. $70 million, 7 Oscars, career-defining performance. Number 9, The Notebook. The movie that made every person on the planet cry at least once. $117 million. Rachel McAdams becomes the queen of romantic cinema overnight. But the role of Allie was almost Britney Spears. She auditioned. The director said the chemistry with Ryan Gosling simply was not there. Reese Witherspoon was offered it directly. She was pregnant. Passed. Ashley Judd said she was too old for the role. So it went to Rachel McAdams, an actress so unknown at the time that most people on the production had never heard her name. She said yes. Number 8, A Star is Born. Lady Gaga. Bradley Cooper. $436 million. Oscar for Best Song. Oscar nomination for Best Actress, for Lady Gaga's first ever major film role. But for nearly a decade before any of that happened, this movie belonged to Beyonce. She was attached to a version directed by Clint Eastwood. She spent years developing it. Then she got pregnant with twins and stepped away. The whole project collapsed. Lady Gaga had never acted in a film before. Bradley Cooper called her after watching one video of her performing and seeing something real. She said yes. Beyonce has 32 Grammys. She does not have an Oscar nomination for acting. Gaga does. Number 7, Iron Man. Marvel needs someone to play Tony Stark. For 10 years before the cameras rolled, that someone was Tom Cruise. He was not just being considered. He was actively developing the project, script meetings, director conversations. Iron Man was, inside Hollywood, understood to be a Tom Cruise film. Then he read the final script, said it was not ready, walked away. Nicolas Cage was approached next, passed. Marvel was running out of options. In something close to desperation, they offered the role to Robert Downey Jr., an actor considered so risky at that point that insurance companies literally refused to cover him. Marvel had to personally guarantee his performance bond themselves. They paid him $500,000. He said yes. Iron Man earns almost $600 million. It launches the Marvel Cinematic Universe, $30 billion, across 30 films. By Avengers Endgame, Downey is earning $75 million per film. Number 6, Pulp Fiction. Quentin Tarantino writes Vincent Vega for Michael Madsen. His guy, his first choice, no question. Madsen reads it, wants it. But he has already committed to a big Kevin Costner Western called Wyatt Earp, and feels he cannot back out. He says no to Pulp Fiction. Wyatt Earp bombs completely. Daniel Day-Lewis is then offered the role. Passes. Too violent. Tarantino turns to John Travolta, a man whose career is so dead at this point that he is making talking baby movies. Travolta's own agent tells him this is career suicide. Do not do it. Travolta ignores his agent and says yes. He is paid $140,000, the fee of someone nobody believes in. Pulp Fiction premieres at Cannes to a standing ovation. Oscar nomination. Career fully resurrected. His next film pays him $12 million. If you are enjoying this, hit the like button right now. It takes 1 second, and it genuinely helps this channel more than you think. And if you want more videos like this every week, hit subscribe. We post every week, and it is always free. Now back to the list, because it only gets worse from here. Number 5, Forrest Gump. $678 million, 6 Oscars. Tom Hanks earned $70 million by taking back-end points instead of the salary. Before Tom Hanks, it was John Travolta's role. He read the script and passed. His reason? The character was too simple, too passive. He did not think audiences would connect with someone of limited intelligence for 2.5 hours. He picked Pulp Fiction instead. Good call in isolation, but here is the part that hurts. He passed on Forrest Gump. And then Tom Hanks won his second consecutive Oscar, playing the exact character Travolta called too dumb for audiences. Travolta has said on camera, multiple times, that passing on Forrest Gump is the biggest regret of his professional life. Number 4, Pretty Woman, $463 million, $14 million budget. Julia Roberts becomes the most sought-after actress in Hollywood at 21 years old. But before Julia, the role was rejected by nearly every significant actress working at the time. Molly Ringwald said she was not playing a prostitute. Michelle Pfeiffer called the script degrading. Daryl Hannah said the film reduced women to objects. Jennifer Connelly passed. Meg Ryan passed. Julia Roberts was 21 and had barely made a dent in Hollywood. She said yes. The film opened. Her fee jumped from $75,000 to $3 million for her next project. Overnight. Every actress who turned it down watched a 21-year-old turn the role they called degrading into a $400 million classic. Number 3, Indiana Jones. $2 billion across 4 films. One of the most iconic characters in cinema history. The hat, the whip, the theme music that everyone on Earth can hum from memory. The man who was supposed to be Indiana Jones was Tom Selleck. Not casually considered, screen-tested, approved by both Spielberg and Lucas, he had the role. But he had a television contract with CBS for a show called Magnum P.I. CBS said no. Honor the contract or face a lawsuit. He honored the contract. Spielberg called Harrison Ford. Ford said yes, became Indiana Jones, already being Han Solo, and went on to become one of the highest-grossing actors in the history of cinema. Number 2, The Matrix. $3 billion across 4 films, a franchise that changed the visual language of action cinema permanently. One of the most discussed science fiction films ever made. Will Smith was the first choice for Neo. He is one of the 2 or 3 most bankable stars alive at that time. Men in Black just made $500 million. He is the safe choice, the obvious choice. He reads the script, does not understand it, cannot picture how it works as a film, passes on it. He makes Wild Wild West instead. Wild Wild West earns $200 million against a $170 million budget. Gets 5 Razzie nominations. Is remembered today almost entirely as the film Will Smith chose over The Matrix. The film earns $467 million, launches a franchise, permanently restores Keanu Reeves to the top of Hollywood. Number 1, Titanic. $2.2 billion, 11 Academy Awards, the defining film of an entire generation. James Cameron goes looking for Jack Dawson. Matthew McConaughey tests for it. Cameron tells him directly, "You are good, but you are not Jack." McConaughey reportedly cannot believe it. Then Johnny Depp receives the script. 180 pages. He passes. His reason? The script is too long. He does not believe audiences will sit through a film about a ship they already know is going to sink. He passes on $2.2 billion because he did not want to read 180 pages. Christian Bale wants the role badly. Cameron decides he is too British for the character. For Rose, Gwyneth Paltrow is offered the part. She declines, says she wants lighter material. Kate Winslet does the opposite of declining. She calls Cameron repeatedly. She sends him flowers. She leaves messages. She tells him without any ambiguity, "I am Rose. This is my role. You need to give it to me." Leonardo DiCaprio does not want to do it, thinks the material is too conventional. Cameron meets with him personally and spends hours making the argument. DiCaprio eventually says yes. One decision, one moment, and the entire future of Hollywood shifted. Which rejection do you think was the most expensive mistake in Hollywood history? Was it Will Smith, Tom Cruise, Johnny Depp? Or did I miss someone who lost even more? Drop your answer in the comments. Defend your pick. I'll be reading. If this blew your mind, hit that like button.